What's up, guys? Marcus here from BlackOvis. Today we are in-house with Justin Sparks, the VP of Operations over at Kryptek. He's brought a couple new products, well, old products with new changes that we're pretty excited about, and he's here to tell us a little bit about them and why they decided to make these changes.
This is our Dallabar collection, which has been one of our staples and best sellers for Kryptek since we launched. It's a good mid-weight soft shell. And this year we brought in just a couple changes just to kind of, give it a little uplift and some of the new refresh. What you're seeing here is the Kryptek Obscura transitional pattern. This is the new pattern that we really hard launched this year in our line. And so it's a really great pattern for that early, even late season timeline. But I'm going to first talk about the Dalibor jacket. And the Dallabar has been such a solid piece, good mid-weight. It's a soft shell. And 2 years ago, we took out the pit zips because it's a pretty breathable piece, but yet it has some wind block to it. We noticed that we had a lot of comments from all of our customers out there. They really wanted those pit zips back, so when they're using it on their later season and they're layered up, they can dump some heat while they're hiking. So the one thing that we brought back in on the Dallabar is we just brought in the pit zips.
Okay.
So that's made a really good change. We did it before, and it's just something we brought back because it was in high demand, and we thought it really made a lot of sense. So other than that, all the same features of the Dalibor jacket that we've brought into our pieces: multiple zips, adjustable hood, 3-point skirt adjustment. Just a all good piece, just solid midwear.
Awesome.
The pant itself, we made two major changes. We did keep the knee pads in the pants on them, which will make a lot of people happy, but we changed the configuration of the pocket design on the front. Originally we had pockets all the way down on the calf. We took those out a couple generations ago.
Any specific reason for that?
The pockets, the way they were set up, were almost set up for a tree stand pant. They had a little bit of angle to them, so you could use it, and it was a double pocket.
But not great for a lot of movement.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So and when you would double fill it from the top and the side, you would get so much bulk that it would start pulling down on your pants. So we just went with a one pocket straight from the top, put a zipper on it with a storm flap on it, and that really made a big difference in just the usage. The guys that use this pant for tree stands will probably be a little disappointed because they love sitting down and having that side zip,
having all that access.
Because you could have your rangefinder and things, but it made really good sense to simplify the pocket design. The other thing we added was the leg zip. So we have some leg zip with a mesh in it. So that'll really help with that earlier season when you want to try to use it, but into that mid-season where you're really, starting to, exercise and get into your areas you want to hunt, you're going to be able to use it and vent while you're hiking.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited about these hip vents, and as well as the pit zips on here. I think that speaks to kind of the nature of the jacket. This is a mid-season jacket, one that you can wear early season and then layer with later in the season. And when you are layering, you definitely want a little bit of, you want to be able to vent so you can dump some of the heat when you need to. So that's pretty exciting.
The great part about this is, those cool September mornings, where you don't really need an insulated piece, but this just works great. And you're really starting to, hike and get into your glassing positions or making moves. It's really quiet. You can open that up, but it works really awesome in those later seasons where you do have maybe a down underneath or some layering pieces. And then you can open that up and still hike. And then when you sit down the glass, you can layer up or down based off of,
and you're not just wet from all your sweat and then it doesn't freeze on you. Yeah, that's pretty key.
And being the soft shell poly fabric that it is, I mean, it's real quiet to the touch. It's soft.
It is. I noticed that actually.
The tricot lining inside is really, it's a really soft piece. And like I said, it does have a little bit of wind resistance in it. It is breathable as well. But it gives it that good mixture, that good mid-weight piece.
Yeah. One other thing I noticed that I really liked about this is the pockets on the front of the legs. They are zipper pockets, but they're also enclosed. I think that's pretty awesome because I have some hiking pants that are just zippers, and I noticed that gets pulled every now and then.
Yep.
And it's not bad, but if you have something in there like your car keys or something that you really don't want to lose, just adds a little security.
Yeah, the other feature behind it is when you do have it open, let's say, if you're a rangefinder or something that you're going to use a call, something your wind checker that's not on your chest, you're not going to fill this up with leaves and everything else. It's just a quick reach, grab, and then drop it down.
Yeah, that's a nice feature. And I've got to say, I'm also a pretty big fan of this new pattern. We'll talk about that a little bit more in another video where we introduce it, but I think it looks killer good.
Yeah,
it's sweet.
It's really the Obscura transitional pattern. We've tested it now for 2 years. This is a really hard launch this year. It's the new pattern that we have, and it's got a cryptic flair to it, but it's got some really cool breakup lines in it.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, well, thank you for telling us a little bit about the changes. We're really excited about them. And yeah, get on the website, check them out. We've got everything. So that's all from us today. Thanks.